Hi and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're gonna review the special episode, the OVA of Mushoku Tensei, labeled Eris the Goblin Slayer. So, um, this episode was very beautiful. I love the animation. It it gave me a piece of Mushoku Tensei that that we know has ended, but we know that it will get a season 2, but we don't know when. So this was kind of like a little droplet before, like, I'm guessing before they announced the official release date of season 2. But kind of moving on, this episode, we got introduced to a new character. His name is Cliff. Now, based on how he acted, how he acts, and how he how he was raised throughout the episode, we can tell that his personality is pure arrogance. Like, he thinks that he's the top of the top, and pretty much his skills are unrivaled, unmatched. No one is better than him, and that's what he thinks. And so, after getting with Ares, forming a part with Ares, they go goblin slaying. After that, they go to the forest to, test his ability to the max. And during in the forest, they come across this little girl kind of being protected by a guard, being surrounded by, mercenaries. And um, Cliff's like, no, let's just go back home because these guys are on another level. Not even I can, beat one or match one. But Eris is Eris, and she goes and fights. And after beautiful animation work was done, um, she ends up killing, all of them, but uh, letting one escape. But we come to find out that, the little girl is next. Is kind of, in a batch of kids that, are elected to become the next pope. And she agreed. I mean, that's all we get from Loco, and the town's guard was just doing its job. And so on the way heading back, um, kind of there's Richard comes from behind and, interviewed one of the mercenaries that was still left alive, kind of ish, that somehow survived. And he asked, why are you guys going after little kids, And the answer they gave is astounding. So pretty much they said the current pope wants to coexist with demons because, if you guys remember, in the early episode, we got, there was a bunch of discrimination against demons. Um, and then so he says the current pope is he wants to coexist with demons, and the kids, those kids like the little girl, for example, wants to pretty much eradicate, is against the demons, and we get that. He says, "Why are you with them, Mister Cliff or Master Cliff?" Which kind of implies to us that he was raised by, the Pope that wants to coexist, but after, everything he learned throughout his years, he secretly wants, he thinks that, that demons should be, you know, eradicated. That's what he thinks. So I'm guessing that's why he was a little shocked to see he was on their side. But kind of moving on from that, we get this scene where You know, at the end of their journey, he he does propose to Eris, and then she says she kind of declines it because of of Rudis, and she just brags on Rudis, and he everything is in like he can do magic without incantations or resisting water level or whatever, all this amazing things, and obviously Cliff can't comprehend that. So what I think what happened was that, I mean, not what happened, but he can't comprehend it, and then he just, gets bored and kind of comes to the realization that I I can't be that amazing right now. Like that right now, that's impossible for me. And he kind of moves on, and they split. They go on their way. Then I just where he's staying, he gets a kind of a message saying all his tutors were killed by demons, which like I think that probably someone made it look like that, so it would give more fuel to Cliff for the eradication of demons. But I mean, that's what I think. So after he gets the news, he he kind of doesn't really care about it. But then at the end, we get the scene where he is writing something with, and he just says his name, the name Rudis. So I think that with um kind of judging from his personality throughout the episode, I think what he wrote was something that, with his power, he could probably, with this statue, I think he plans on probably like, getting in Rudis's way in the journey. So, I mean, that's kind of it for my review. I'm very excited as to what, season 3 or no, season 2 will kind of show to us, because if they kind of showed us this, I mean, it was completely, you know, they didn't really have to give us this episode, but kind of by them showing us this episode, it kind of um shows to me that probably what happened today, that episode was important, and we'll probably see more of them, as season 2 comes. But overall, I think it was a great episode. I think you guys should watch it 100%. Give it a try, even though if you guys still watch season 1, like I said, I 100% uh, recommend that you watch it. For the fighting scene, I forgot to mention, but for the fighting scene, it gave me like a Jujutsu Kaisen kind of feel because of the animation was so good. But I think that's it for me. Thank you for listening. Leave a like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts and opinions down below, please. Um, Thank you, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.